Hey, this is Bill Pescosolido coming to you from onlinewealthpartner.com. And you're probably watching this video because you're either in sales or you're in the home-based business industry and you've come across the money objection and you want to know how to overcome it. Well, before you overcome the money objection, there's 3 things that you need to know. So in today's video, I'm going to cover these 3 things, teach you exactly how to overcome the money objection. So stick around, watch the video because I know you're going to love it. All right, so we've all faced this before. You're working with someone, you've presented them your offer, you've showed them the presentation, or you're trying to sell them something, and you feel like you've overcome all the objections, and then all of a sudden they say, I just can't afford it right now, or I don't have the money, this just isn't in the budget right now. And in a lot of cases, most people will just be like, okay, well that stinks, and they'll kind of slunk away and they've lost the sale. But what you have to understand what's really going on here. And so there's 3 things really that could be happening. One of 3 things that could be happening as to why you're encountering the money objection. So the first thing that you're going to encounter, or the first thing that could be happening, is they have the money, right? And let's just say whatever your program is, your company, your offer, let's just say it's $500, all right? They have the money, they have the $500, but they're just not serious right now about changing their life, or they're not serious about changing their health, if this is a health thing, or they're not serious about becoming an entrepreneur. It could be a lot of different things. And, they use that I don't have the money just as an excuse because it's easy. Oh, I can't afford it right now, catch you later. Well, the reality is they can afford it. They have $500. They just don't want to make the change, right? They don't want to start a business. They're not as excited about this as you might be with your own opportunity, and that's okay, right? You can't sell everyone all the time. In fact, you can't sell most people all the time. So, what you have to do though is you have to recognize this, and you have to be in tune to the fact that not everyone's going to care about whatever your company, your product, your service is. They're not going to care about it as much as you do. And again, that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a horrible reflection upon them. They just might not be ready, or they may never be ready to become an entrepreneur, to start a business, to change their life. Right? So the faster you can recognize this and move on to another prospect, the better off you're going to be, because for this type of person who's just saying, I can't afford it, well, what they're really saying is, I don't really care about this, and you're wasting your time and their time. So recognize this as quickly as you can and move on. Now, the second scenario, or the second type of person that you'll encounter when you get the money objection, again, I don't have the money, I can't afford this, is really someone that, they have the money. Again, let's say it's $500. They have $500, of course they do, but they're just not willing to part with it to get whatever your thing is. Again, your product, your service, your offer, your company, whatever it is. And the reason why they're not willing to part with their money yet, it's not because they don't have the money, but it's because you haven't done a good enough job sharing the value to them. Right? So what they're really saying, and which they're never going to say, but what they're really saying is, I have the money, but I just don't see why, handing over my $500, my hard-earned money for this is worth it to me. So what you have to do in this scenario is you have to kind of go back a bit. You have to backtrack, and you have to go back in the process and start asking this person more open-ended questions to find their pain or uncover their pain. And then if you're able to uncover their pain, and then you're able to share with them how your company, your product, your service, whatever it is, can actually solve that pain, and that there will be benefits, right? You share it instead of just, because also what you may have done at this point is you may have just feature dumped. Right? There's a term called feature dumping, where you just talk about all the features of your product, your company. It's this, it's that, blah, 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 blah. It's the best. It's got, vitamins and minerals and, Pantene Pro V, blah, 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 whatever. And the person's like, I don't care, right? Because what you haven't done is you haven't really shared with this person, you haven't uncovered their pain, and you haven't been able to adequately articulate how this, your thing, your product, service, company, whatever, will be a solution to that pain, right? You haven't really shared with them enough the benefits they will receive upon handing over their $500. So again, in this second type scenario, it's not that they don't have the money. They do. Trust me, they have the money. You just haven't done a good enough job yet sharing the value and sharing the benefits to them to fork over their hard-earned money. So again, circle the wagons, go back, ask more open-ended questions, uncover their pain, share with them how this thing will be a solution to their pain. It'll be a pain pill to their pain. And then ask them again, so do you want to join? Do you want to sign up? However you're closing it. And this time, now that you've really uncovered the pain and adequately showed how this will be a benefit and a solution to the pain, they'll likely say, actually, yeah, that makes more sense. I will sign up. Now, the third type of person or the third scenario that you will encounter with the whole I don't have the money, this is actually a person who really might not actually have the money, right? This is someone who's like, oh my gosh, Bill, like I love this. I'm fired up. I wish I could, I want to change my life. I want to join your opportunity. I want to do this. I want to get your products because I know how they could, what they would mean for me, or I recognize how awesome your system is and what it could do for me. But I just don't have $500 right now. I wish I did, but I don't. And a lot of what this is, and this goes back to the first two scenarios as well, is you being able to read and really understand the person, right? Because if the person's just like, nah, I don't really have the money right now, well, that's kind of like apathy. They just don't care, right? Or if they're like, no, don't have the money, it's because you haven't really shown enough value. They have the money but just don't want to part with it. But if you get the person, this third person, who's like, oh my gosh, I just don't have the money. I wished I did. Oh my God, I want this so bad. If it's that type of a person, what you need to do in this scenario is, again, revisit their why. Hey, Steve, look, I understand money can be tight, but then you want to go back and revisit, why they originally wanted to do this to begin with. But Steve, I understand money's tight, but I remember you saying that you really needed this because you've got that college debt to pay off. You've got, you want to be able to quit that second job. You're tired of working, days and nights and weekends. Yeah. Now you see how this is going to allow you to, quit those jobs, whatever it is that their why is, right? So revisit their why and re-uncover that pain. And then ask them, so let's make this happen. You can find that, I know you can scrape up the $500. And if they're still like, oh my gosh, Bill, you're so right, but I don't have the money. And if you believe them, if you feel they're being honest, they're not just like, nah, I don't have the money, check you later, right? If you really believe them, then what I want you to do is say, okay, Steve, so here's the deal. I believe that you really want to make this happen. Let me ask you this. If I could share with you a couple ideas, because I've got a couple ideas on how you could raise the money, how you could actually get the money, $500 to do this. If I share with you these ideas, are you actually are you open to listening to these ideas and taking action on them? Now, if they're receptive to this and they're like, yes, absolutely, like anything, Bill, just tell, what ideas do you have? Then you're going to move forward, right? If they're like, yeah, sure, maybe, but maybe not, right? Again, you got to kind of have your BS detector on, and are they being genuine or are they being disingenuous? This is up to you, because you got to either fish or cut bait with these people. You can't waste your time if they're just a tire kicker. But if you really feel it's someone who just doesn't have the money, but they want it so bad, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start saying, okay, so Steve, I've got some ideas. Are you ready for these ideas? Yes, Bill. Okay. You really want to hear these ideas? Yes, Bill. Because I want to help you with this, but only if you're really serious about this. Are you serious? Yes, Bill. What are the ideas? Okay. First of all, we're talking about $500 here. Let's look at your budget right now, your monthly budget. And here's where you're going to literally go through and share with them things and what they can do. So, Steve, what can you right now cut out of your life from a financial standpoint that will free up $500? Right? Just ask him that. And he's like, okay. First of all, Starbucks. Do you go to Starbucks right now? Yes, every day of the week. Okay, how much do you spend? Well, $7 to $10 almost every time. Okay, that's like $50 right there in just 1 week, right? Okay, so are you willing to cut out Starbucks? Well, I don't know, I really need my coffee. Steve, you mentioned, and you go back to their why, you mentioned all the blah, 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 blahs as to why you wanted to blah, 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 and once you do, you'll be able to finally blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, you're right. Okay, so Starbucks, are you willing to cut that out? Yes, okay, boom. We just allocated, $70 right there. What about how often you go out to eat? Oh, I go out to eat, at least, 2 to 3 times a month. How much do you spend when you go out? Probably about, $50 a pop. Okay, that's if you go $50 a pop and you're going 3 times a month, that's $150 right there. All right, you see how we just saved you? We just basically got $150 for you. Oh, yeah, okay. Perfect. So now between Starbucks, that was like $50 a week. That's over 1 month. That's $200. We just cut out, you're going out to dinner. That's $150 on top of the $200. We're now at $350. Let me ask you this. What about your cable package right now? Do you have cable? Yeah, I got DirecTV. I got the Mac Daddy package. Okay, what can we cut out from that? Can we cut out like the NFL Sunday ticket? Can we cut out like the MLB package? Can we cut out like the HBO and Showtime, the movie channels, right? Let's start skimming down or reducing those packages, right? Because I know you're spending like a lot right now on cable, right? So how much do you spend? Oh, like $200 a month. Okay, let's cut that down to like $75 a month, right? We just saved another $125 for you. Right, so between Starbucks, going out to dinner, and now the cable reduction, I just basically netted you like $400. You say, oh, okay, boom. Let me ask you this, because you need 500, but we're at 400. I just found $400 for you. Yeah, okay. What can you sell right now? Sell? What do you mean, Steve? You said this is important to you. You're right. Okay. What can you sell? If you were to walk in your garage right now, do you have a bike? Do you have a skateboard? Do you have rollerblades? Do you have like an old dartboard? You could do a garage sale, and you literally could make $200, $300, $400, $500 from a garage sale. So what right now are you willing to sacrifice in order to attain the why? In order to attain being able to get into this opportunity to quit your job? Well, okay, I got an old bike. Okay, boom. Right there, your old bike you can sell for $100 on Craigslist. All right. So you can walk them through a process like this and literally start itemizing things that they can start checking off or cutting off or slicing or doing away with or selling to net them the money they need to join your opportunity. And again, you do this only with someone that you really believe is serious, that you really believe is hungry and really wants this. They just don't have the cash, right? If it's someone that's not there, don't even bother with this exercise because it's just a waste of your time and their time. Okay, but this is how you overcome the money objection. Because again, the money objection in most cases is just an excuse. I don't have the money right now. I'm just tight on funds. No, you're not. That's crap, right? Because if you're hungry, if you want this, and I mean you like the person, if they really want this, they'll come up with the money. It's $500. If they're serious about changing their life, if they're serious about being an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs, they make it happen. Right? And you only want to work with real entrepreneurs. You don't want to work with entrepreneurs and hobbyists and tire kickers, right? You want to work with real, hardcore, solid people who are hungry, that have desire, that really want to change their life and make this happen, that really want to be entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur will make it happen. They'll find a way. You just have to guide them a bit. Okay? I hope this makes sense. So the whole overcoming the money objection thing, the majority of it is sifting out the tire kickers and the BS slingers, and honing in on people that really, really, really want this. Because if they really, really don't want this, if they're not really, really hungry, it's just a waste of your time. And you might as well just kick them to the curb, figuratively, and move on and find someone else, right? Find another prospect. You want to find people that are hungry, that want to work with you. You don't want to deal with people that are just going to suck your time and waste your time and be like just a time suck on you and an energy suck on you, right? So sift out the BS people, sift out the tire kickers, sift out the wannabes, and focus only on the true people that are hungry and want it, and you'll be able to overcome the money objection hands down every time. So I hope you liked this video. For more tips like this, go to onlinewealthpartner.com, and I wish you all the success in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.